Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all our lovely listeners. So, you guys are listening to another space podcast. So, in the past, we came at you with the Pod Cloud or the space station, but today we're starting our very own and our very first episode of Lost in Space.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Okay, so my name's Kev, and I will be hosting today's evening's recording, I should say. So, I'm joined in the studio with two lovely young people and a staff member. So we're going to go around and introduce ourselves, starting with age before beauty. So the staff member, please. Who have we got?
Thank you very much, Kevin. So I am JP. I'm a staff member here at Space, and I've been a staff member for close to 5 years now. Started just when lockdown happened.
It's quite a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a
For
long time,
obviously, because you guys
5
can't
years.
see, he had to look at his name tag then just to make
Yes.
sure he knew who he was.
But for those who also can't tell, you might that me and Kevin sound the same. You can tell by our voices that we are indeed twins. Just
Yes,
a little
we
bit
are.
there.
Okay, so our young person, who have we got first?
Well, I'm Ava.
Woohoo!
welcome, Ava. How long have you been in space for now?
In October, it'd be like about a year. So.
Is it
not
only a
like-
year?
Yeah.
It feels like you've been here for a
You've
lot
been here
longer than that.
I
Well-
thought you've been here well longer than
Well,
that.
I went, then I stopped, then I went, then I stopped, then I went, then I stopped, and then I went, and I've actually stayed.
I think that sounds like one of JP's relationships.
Funny.
Okay. So, our last young person, who have we got?
Obviously, saving best to last,
Boo.
of course. Okay, okay, buddy. Okay. Okay, Josh is booing behind. Okay, right, I can't say what you've just talked about. It's fine, Josh. But I'm Alfie, and I've been coming to space 5 years now. Yeah,
5 years.
Yeah,
There
you
we go.
actually started.
that long,
Me
yeah.
and Brian were talking about this. You started when you were 12 and it was down our street, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I wasn't a part of that, which is probably why it didn't get very far. So, today's episode, guys, so our first topic, so for anyone that doesn't know, space was closed for quite a few months for some renovations. We've really jazzed up the building, which it was in need of. We've got a brand new kitchen, a brand new well-being cafe, and
Woohoo!
get ready, brand new heating, which is, I think, was
and
needed.
aircon.
And aircon. I didn't know that, but there you go.
There
Heating
we
and
We're
aircon.
moving into the 21st
So yeah,
century,
moving
people.
up in the world. So I'm going to start off with our first question. So I'm gonna go to Alfredo on this one. What was it like being out of the building for? Was it 6 months, JP?
It was about 6 or 7 months. It was a
6,
while.
7
Yeah.
months. So Alfredo, so what was it like being out of the building for that long?
For me personally, it was really horrible. Because after so many years, you get so used to this routine of, coming here, doing your, doing like the sessions I'd said. So at the time, I was doing, 4 sessions. So I was in 4 days a week. So
4
that
days
was
a week, yeah.
music, drama, and tech. So you get so used to that. But then obviously leaving here, and then it's like a whole new routine. And you only have 1 session a week. It was seriously like.
So was it tough to go down?
It
from
really,
like 4
really,
to just
really,
one?
really was the toughest thing
Yeah,
I've done
I
in
think-
space.
On that, I'll feel like, so when obviously I know like, obviously like we have to like reduce our days on
Yeah.
session wise and that. So what did you do on the days that you weren't in space? Like what was that like for you?
To be honest, I didn't really do much. In a way, it sort of helped because I could crack down on my coursework. But the days that I wasn't in it was just boring. I had college, and I'd be so used to going from college to space, but I'd just get home and I'd do nothing. I'd literally sit there and do nothing.
Oh, he missed us.
Yeah, I missed some of you. Yeah, not you, JP.
Maybe, and like certain staff members. So Ava,
Josh isn't one.
What was it like for you being out of the building for that long?
Well, because of in Community by Nature, it was like such a small space, so it was a lot tougher than actually in space because it was a lot bigger. So yeah.
So was it different being obviously so from going to like a big space like we got here, like Studio 1, Studio 2 in the Community Manager? I only went there for a few days or a few times rather. So there's only like 2 rooms, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So what was it like? Because I know the first room was a lot smaller. It's probably like just a bit bigger than the recording studio we're in now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what was it like trying to do like one of Brian's shows in that small of a space?
It was like so tough because everyone's like knocking into each other, and then it would be funny, but like
Hey, that's a question to you as well, because obviously when we moved into there, obviously we then came up with it. Obviously we then split the group, so one group was in one room, one group was in another room, and we had 2 different shows rehearsing at that point. And I think it goes for you, Dolphy, in a second. This one. Obviously, when we did split the group up, what was that like for you? Like not working with like everyone, because our group, we have about there's 20 at least in our group, if not more.
Maybe, yeah, say maybe more.
What was it like when we split up and and our group went into the room? Like, what was it like being away from like the whole group?
I mean, it was better because our room was like a
It
lot
was
bigger.
better. Straight to it there, David. I love it.
Because like the room that we were in, that was like, it was a lot bigger than the other room, so that was a lot better. And it was better because I was around people more my age, than I like could get along with them a bit more than I could like with the older people.
It is
Okay,
a bit
that's
easier to get
nice.
along with people obviously like your own age, because there's more interest, there's more things that you guys obviously like know or have in common compared to someone who's obviously say like 5 or like 6 years older. I know Alfie, you're good at kind of like fitting in with any age really. Obviously,
Everyone likes Alfie, don't they?
yeah, everyone likes Alfie.
Don't know
Actually,
why,
it's a little factor about that room that you was in, Ava. Do you know the pool table that was there?
Yeah.
So that Community by Nature, it used to be called Queen's Road Neighbourhood Centre when me and GP were some wee lads. And
when dinosaurs roamed, yeah.
I was playing a game of ball tag, and you're meant to duck obviously when the ball comes towards you, and I ducked kind of like on a right angle, and I headbutted the pool table, and then I give myself a black eye.
Oh.
And it's the exact same pool table that was there.
Oh my god.
I don't know whether the dent was still in it. I'm not too sure.
I was wondering why it was on a slant.
So keeping in with this, obviously is about the like the space having kind of pros and cons, you might say. Alfredo, can you give me some pros and cons from being in space and then being in the centre?
Wait, do you want me to give me pros about being in the other centre?
Yeah, so pros and cons for both.
Okay, well,
So start with the Community by Nature first.
Community by Nature, it'll go back to the group split. I think that was a big pro for the group I was in, obviously, because we were doing one of Brian's shows and they're always fun. Like Ava, it was good being around people like our age.
Yeah.
And no offense to the little ones I go here, like, but they're not little, but like, the
Younger ones.
young teens.
younger.
It was great just getting cracking on work and not waiting around
Yeah.
for everyone to shut up, because we could just get on with doing what we were doing. Con of that though was obviously, everyone that's watched the Brian show and been in them, the very upbeat, very good songs.
Very big
like,
shows.
Yeah.
Big shows, yeah.
So being in that small room, you were sort of confined to like creating your
Quite
own
limited.
tiny little set, and it was so hard to obviously move around and do scenes and keep people on the sides. It was just all in all not good. And also for me, obviously, because I come from over the water. Yeah, I'm a wool and what I'm proud of it. But it was
Get here by boat.
yeah.
Swims.
I walk on water. I am Jesus. No, but it was, for me, it was harder to get there. Like on bus, yeah, it's easy, but obviously buses you have to wait. But it was harder to get to Community by Nature because obviously if coming to space, it's only one stop. And then my pros of space. Oh, there could be a lot, but I'll shorten it down.
Because
There's-
JP works here.
No,
Ah, that's right.
but no, space. I can do more sessions throughout the week, and there was more stuff to do. Obviously, doing like music with Josh.
Are you back to going to like your 4 times a week?
Yeah, obviously that was obviously another con of not being in Community by Nature. Struck down to one session a week and not doing different stuff like I was used to doing. But I can do all 4 sessions that I want to do, and it's just easily accessible to get around everywhere, and it's just good. The con isn't working, and heating's still not working in here,
We're getting
but
there, don't we?
we're getting there. So yeah, that's my pros and cons of them.
I think we're going to move on
much.
to Ava then. So, obviously, what are some of your pros of when we were in the other place?
So I know you touched on obviously with the spacing, but can you give us like another pro or con about the Community by Nature?
Well, a con is it was like a lot farther. Wasn't that far, but like it's easier to get to space because like it's like 5-minute walk. But then to get to Community by Nature, it's about 15, 20.
Right.
It depends on who I'm walking with as well, because my friends are quite slow. So
Slow walkers.
Yeah, slow
Yeah.
walkers.
Walking with snails, isn't it?
yeah.
So what about obviously being back in space? What's a con or a pro from being back in space then?
Should be all pros. Come on.
I mean,
You can say you can't.
Be
That
nice now,
JP
Ava.
still working it.
Yeah, don't worry.
That can be your con. JP still working it.
Yeah.
So you're safe to say anything, don't worry. Anything bad you want to say.
Yeah, don't worry, write it all down.
Well, a pro is that like there's more stuff that's on, like music, because I'm learning to play like guitar and all that. I can actually do that instead of just asking the school, can I do this, and then not being able to do it because like I forget. But yeah.
I think the way I think since you've been back in space, though, we've seen a massive improvement in you, and I think you've became one of, I personally would say one of, like out of our group, your confidence has just shot right up. I think,
Yeah.
and I think we've seen that. I think, yeah, I think the staff have seen it. I think you've been here every session, every rehearsal. The well-being stuff, the music stuff you've been coming to, and obviously, and now this as well, like the media one, and you've been in like every single session, and you're here early, and you're just, when we get into session, your energy is just
Right up there.
just right up there, and I think that's having a massive influence on our younger ones, because I think they've took to you really well, and I think that's just something that I've noticed, and I think it's a massive pro.
As you get older,
And
you start,
yourself.
so like younger people start looking up to you, and obviously you're leading by good example. Obviously, that's what we're trying to get at. So be a nice balance from JP, which we can have a little round of applause cues in there as
Which
well.
will never happen again.
I think
that must be nice.
I'm going to bounce on to as well. So sometimes when you can be out of space for so long, and then when you come back to it, you realise how like little things you missed. Obviously, like having like a really nice kitchen. So when you guys have come back to space, what's something small that you realise that you've missed so much from not being there for obviously 7 months? So Ava, I'm going to start with you. So big or small, obviously, whichever one you think.
Don't really know, because like, can't really lie, I'm not that observant, so.
That's fair.
I'll tell you what. I'll give one that I know.
Go on, staff member.
Nice
JP.
chairs.
Nice
Because
chairs.
we've got the nice comfy.
Ooh,
These chairs
green
are on
chairs.
nice comfy
Yes.
chairs. Because in community by nature wasn't the best chairs, and these, since we've been back in space, it's nice just to sit in.
It was
nice,
it was on
nice
the floor
comfy
mostly,
chair.
weren't it? For Alfredo, for your
Yeah.
obviously for your group in that little room. It was
Yeah.
It was honestly the worst thing ever. You'd be on the floor for about 10 minutes. You're going.
It's nice having chairs then.
My back hurts. It was horrible. It was horrible not having chairs.
All right. So Alpha, have you got anything like big or small that you realise that you obviously since being back in space and that you realise you've missed?
Well, big thing would definitely be being back in the big room, because I can rehearse in there, and not feel like I'm walking into walls every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
A small thing is
Do you know what,
I don't know.
I think, and this is my opinion, I think you kind of touched on that before, though. I think for you, what I would say you miss mostly is having something on today.
yeah.
Just
That's
whether
one
even
of-
even
that's
it's
the
just
big
something for
thing,
you to
having
do, yeah.
something to do each
Something
day
to
after
do each
college,
day.
and then the small thing. I know it might sound stupid, right? But
No, go on.
There's no stupid answer. We got JP here. So.
Yeah.
true. The toilets here, you know what I mean?
Toilet, yeah, no,
the
yeah.
toilets here. The
Toilets,
toilets in
Oh
community
no,
by nature
because
are
I'm sorry.
tiny.
No, we've got to say this. When we first went to Community Nature, so the room we were in was the toddler room, and obviously the toddlers have their own toilets. So Alfie came in and went, "Where's the toilet?" And I went, "Oh, it's in there." And he came back out and was like, "How do you use that?" I went, "It's for toddlers. That's why I was messing with you."
But he didn't tell me that as I was about to walk in the room. No one did there. You know what I mean?
No one told
You
me.
know where they go, well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think obviously from the young people and from the members of the staff as well. I think convenience is something that you guys have obviously missed a lot. Obviously, so for example, obviously with Ava and with Alfredo as well. Obviously, it's easier to get to space
Yeah.
than it is to get to the community. Even though there's only, if I was to walk from here to the community, it would roughly
be the
take
same
the exact same time
distance,
for
yeah.
me to get home. But obviously, like yourself, Alfie, obviously coming over from the water, whether it's by boat or swimming. Obviously, Ava, you're only at like a 5-minute walk. Did you say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if that.
If that. So I think convenience is something that's obviously
Yeah,
really missed,
definitely.
which obviously I think people probably don't realise until you actually point that out or you get people to talk about it. Right, so we're kind of running short on time just a little bit, so we're going to end our session in just a moment. So next time we're going to be doing a bit of a space timeline.
Yeah.
So we're going to be taking you, if we had the TARDIS, we could obviously time travel through all the shows that we've done. Maybe look
Be
at
great-
some
be
ups
great,
and
that.
downs. Obviously, there might be quite a few downs because Alfredo was in it.
Thank you.
Unless he was in drag, then it was a big up.
Alfie in that Tinkerbell dress. There you go. That's
a
the
memory to
highlight.
live for.
One of the highlight of our shows. You
We're going to
think?
make that as a poster by the
I've
way.
Yeah,
just,
we're going to get that as a poster.
I've just got over that, so thank you for refreshing. But haven't been in drag in like 2 years, so.
Right, so to end it, I thought that I'm gonna leave it with a bit of a random fact. So I'm gonna get a new one each week. So my random fact
Here we go. Are you ready?
of
Let's see what this
the-
is.
of the episode: if you tickle a rat, right, it giggles. Hang on, it giggles ultrasonically, which means that we can't hear it, but it is giggling.
Oh wow, really?
Can we have an example of what you think an ultrasonic laugh sounds like,
Oh
please?
god, go on, Kev.
Let's go on. Let's hear this.
Has anyone ever seen Friends with Ross?
Yeah.
There you go. Is that ultrasonic?
Go on, JP. What do you think?
Ultrasonic laugh.
Ultrasonic laugh.
The same as that.
Ava, go on, give us an ultrasonic laugh.
Go on, Ava. Ultrasonic
go.
laugh. Let's hear this ultrasonic laugh of Ava.
I don't think I'll be able to do that.
Go on, Alfredo.
An ultrasonic laugh.
Yeah.
I'd say.
That was good. That off. I like
Has
that.
anyone
one.
got any other like random facts that we can end on?
There's actually an island on the world called Milk Island. I didn't.
There is. I remember Alfie showing me that.
Yeah.
Milk
show me-
Island?
Show me a picture of it.
There's an actual place
Yeah.
called Milk Island.
Oh, for those who don't know, because they can't see, Ava is pointing at a spider
She's scared.
because she thought you could all see that clearly,
She's pointing.
but
at
no, she's pointing.
It's not massive. It's tiny. It's
Okay,
like big.
so guys, that's all we have time for. So as I said, and join us next time on our episode 2 of Lost in Space. Members of
yeah.
staff, young people, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.
I feel like it's going to attack.
Well, it's dead now.
Me and Josh were standing there the other day in Studio 2, and we just